What's going on, you all? John here, and today we're going to do an update on the whole room pretty much, as well as what's going on with the channel. So as you all know, I've been uploading a lot of YouTube shorts, and no, I don't plan to make this channel a YouTube shorts channel, as some of the comments have been asking. It's just I've been working on two really big projects. One of them I just finished, and I can't wait to share that with you all. I'll throw some of the clips up actually right now.
What is it?
A bearded dragon. Can everyone say that?
A bearded dragon.
It's just a little turtle. So yeah, that'll be a whole video, but I basically went and did an animal show for an elementary school, and I was working on that, and it was, I enjoyed it a lot. It was a very good experience, really just doing outreach and getting kids to learn more and understand and be less afraid of certain animals, especially since I took like things like Rosie the tarantula. Besides that, I've also been working on another project, which is not ready to be done yet. So we're still waiting on that, or I'm waiting on that, some of the parts and stuff to get here so I can finish that video up. But yeah, those two things have really been taking a lot of the time. So instead, I've just been uploading shorts that I take instead of having just random videos. Enough of that though. Let's start with the update of the whole room. First thing we're going to talk about is the downsizing. I've been getting rid of some of the animals because, as you all know, I'm going off to college. This doesn't mean like I'm going to stop uploading videos and stuff. But some of the animals I have to move. And I've sold them to people I know, or some people that I can check up on them with. Some of them I haven't, obviously. But I need to downsize it so that they're more manageable for the people who are going to be taking care of them. So we're going to start off on this side of the room with the animals that are going to be staying. And that's going to be Igneous, the bearded dragon right here, as well as this guy right here. This is the Sudan plated lizard. I still don't have a name for him. So if you want to name him, drop a name suggestion in the comments. If I can get a good name that I really like, then I'll name him. But usually I just wait till my animals show a personality to name them. So those two are staying. Next thing we're going to talk about is the fish, because most of them we're going to be keeping. This right here, beta fish, staying. Beta fish staying. Baby guppies that I just bred, we're going to keep them, grow them up some more. I'm going to try to breed them again before I leave. If not, we're going to put them in the big pond outside because we're going to be finishing that up soon. All the grommies and stuff we're going to be keeping. And this is because most of these things have such a huge amount of plants literally growing into and past the light that it's pretty much filtering itself. None of these have a filter running. Beta fish keeping, although we're going to have to top that water up. I need to do water changes on everything. Everything is low right now. Shrimp and stuff we're keeping. All the plants we're going to be keeping. This tank we're going to be finishing up shortly. Mealworms, obviously, this is really how the stuff is going to be fed and kept being fed. This is a mix between giant mealworms, as you can see right there, and just the regular mealworms. Make sure that's shut. Geckos. Ooh. Geckos we're going to be keeping. She and him. He's in there somewhere. And then Otis. His whole tank's gonna be finished up soon. We're gonna make that video, but this is Otis. He's hungry right now. This tank right here is gonna be set up for another project. Same with this, but both of those are gonna be automatics pretty much, so nothing is really gonna have to be done with either of them. This right here is another mealworm thing pretty much. I don't know if you can see mealworms in there. Oop, let me lift it up. There you go. Mealworms. And that's kind of like a long form thing I want to try, just throwing some mealworms in there and seeing if I can get a big population kind of like that with that simple setup. All the stuff in here, as you can see, it's really low, so it needs to be refilled. But the guard, the goldfish, the minnows, I think there's angelfish in here now, and so this is really good. That plant I just sat in here to put in the big pond. The bullfrog, this is who I'm really excited about. If you didn't see that last video, we got a little African, or not African bullfrog. I wish we had one of those. We got an American bullfrog. He's right back there. We'll see. Hopefully we can morph him out before I have to leave. If not, I'll just throw up a camera and record it 24 hours. Maybe I'll live stream it actually, so we can eventually see his morphing out. Isopods and stuff we're definitely going to be keeping, just to restock all the tanks and stuff. This right here is just a plant bin. It does also have some isopods in it. But obviously they're not doing such a great job because there's mold and fungus starting to grow. Other guppies, doing good. Some more tadpoles. These ones came out the pond in the back, actually, before I had to redrain it. So I just pulled a couple of them out so we can grow them up. These are plants. We're going to keep those. As you all know, the walking frogs did not make it. But this tank we're still going to keep. I think this is the best tank I've ever made. You can't really see it now because of the lights. You can see my reflection. But I'll throw up a video of how it looks when the lighting is good. And it's my favorite tank to just come in and stare at, even if there's no animals in it. There is some millipedes that scoot around in it, but it's just amazing for me to look at. He's been delegated back to this little tank for the next 2 days because the angelfish made eggs, and so I don't want him to mess with them. So I put him in here. We're gonna leave him in here for 2 days because this is heated, this is not. And so inside he'll get used to the temperature, and then I'll be able to move him outside where he'll be used to the temperature. Another thing of just plants, another tank. All the tarantulas we'll be keeping. Ooh, he's backing up. Usually when I open the lid, he'll pop out because he knows he's getting fed. You know what? Why don't we try to feed him right now? So yeah, for him, I actually tend to feed superworms, all my tarantulas really, instead of the smaller mealworms, because then I only have to feed them 1 or 2 every week. And even then, I really don't have to feed them 1 or 2 every week. Like Rosie, she went on a hunger strike once, and she did not eat food for 6 months, it was, which is an extremely long time. Let's go ahead and feed them. So I'm going to set you all up right there on top of the Pac-Man frog enclosure, which we'll feed as well. And see if he'll come out. Usually he's sitting straight out. I'm saying he, but I hope it's she. And we're not gonna leave a superworm in here because I've learned the mistake with the Chinese trapdoor spider last time. If you don't know, the video's coming out soon, but basically superworms ate the Chinese trapdoor spider. Nope, he's deep in his burrow right now, if y'all can see that. So we're gonna leave him. Oh, he's coming out. Where'd the superworm go? Typically he just jumps out and eats it. There we go. I don't know if you all saw that really well. He got it though. Rosie, on the other hand, I cannot feed Rosie superworms at all. She won't take them. She'll just watch them, and then they'll dig in the substrate, and I don't like that because, like I said, trapdoor spider ended up dying because of it. Next, another tank that's going to be for something, and then that tank, which we may or may not end up finishing. Same with like that tank over there. May or may not finish it before I go. And then these are the last 2 animals. The turtles we don't have anymore. The box turtles. And this is an Arizona blonde tarantula and the Pac-Man frog, who I find quite enjoyable. To be honest with this guy, I cannot wait until he gets to be hand size. I think he's just going to be such an amazing... Oh, he's gone for my fingers. There we go. Oh, you got the tweezers, bud. I think he's going to be an amazing little frog. He's already super food motivated, not even aggressive, I would say. As you all saw that, he's literally... Like I was saying, as you all saw, he's literally jumping for my hand. Let's go ahead and get another superworm and feed him again. Missing it. There we go, bud. I just love feeding him. He's so food responsive, kind of like this tarantula is usually. I'll see if I can find a clip of me feeding her. If I can't, you won't see it. But if I do, you'll see it now. And last but not least, the little Arizona blonde tarantula. Let's see if I can get her out the burrow. I cannot find this Arizona blonde tarantula. I hope it didn't die. I'm gonna keep looking and see if I can find it. Found her. She is alive. I really did not want to have to do that because I basically destroyed her whole burrow system. but she's a-okay. We can get a good focus on her. There she is. She's okay. She's actually kind of plump, which is good. Just going to put that leaf for that moisture back in there. And I feed her small crickets because she can't eat pretty much anything else. And yeah. So yeah, that's the quick update on the channel. No, it's not dying. No, I'm not going to stop uploading content. And no, it's not a short channel. Most of the animals we have, and we're going to continue to keep. Last thing I wanted to mention before we close the video out is this massive pothos I've been growing. If you don't know, the trip from Mexico that I took where I saw those massive pothos plants, I'll throw some clips up. Look at how big that pothos is. If I could grow a pothos this big off of that fish tank, that'd be crazy. Yeah, there's massive pothos plants on that island in Mexico. I kind of am trying to replicate that, and I think I'm doing a decent job with this plant tank. Let me stand up on here and show you all. I think I'm doing a decent job. They're pretty hand-sized, and kind of comparable to the ones seen in Mexico. So the hope is to continue growing this massive pothos. If you want to know where it came from, literally the same cutting that all of my pothos in this room is going through. It has come from pretty much from that one singular tank, which is why I kind of have it. Anytime I need pothos, I take a cutting off of it and then throw it in whatever tank I need. So yeah, and that came just from a store, just a house plant that my mom had. So literally any pothos you can grow from something like this to this, as long as you have constant nutrients, which this fish tank excellently provides. Yeah, that's the video. Hope you all enjoyed it. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.